Hello, I'm Joseph Backholm, Chairman of Preserve Marriage Washington. Marriage, as the union of one man and one woman, has been the definition of marriage in Washington since statehood. Now, God is the author of marriage, and virtually every nation since the dawn of time has recognized marriage as between one man and one woman. Thanks to the signatures of nearly 250,000 Washingtonians, we stopped the legislature's decision to impose same-sex marriage on our state by giving the people the chance to vote on the issue November 6th. But we are at a critical crossroads. We stand on the dangerous precipice of being the only state in the history of our nation to approve same-sex marriage by a popular vote of our citizenry. Would you take a stand with us for biblical marriage by voting to reject Referendum 74 in this election? There are 5 compelling reasons for you to do so.
Since same-sex couples are already equal under the law in Washington, they already have the same legal rights as married couples. R74 is not about equality, it's about redefining the institution of marriage.
Social science research demonstrates that children do better when raised by a married mom and dad in poverty rates, educational achievement, mental health, even physical health, and in general happiness.
But when marriage is redefined, it will become the only definition of marriage for everyone, gay or straight. Everyone in Washington must comply with the new definition of marriage or face consequences. Anyone who does not accept this new definition of marriage will soon find themselves facing legal consequences. Religious groups like Catholic Charities in Boston and Washington, D.C. had to choose between fulfilling their social mission based on their religious beliefs or accepting this new definition of marriage. As a result, they have to close their adoption programs.
Redefining marriage will have irreversible consequences for our education system and the rights of parents to direct their own children's upbringing. Whenever schools educate children about marriage, public schools will have no choice but to teach this new, genderless institution. In Massachusetts, children as young as 2nd grade have been taught about homosexual marriage in class. The courts have ruled that parents had no right to prior notice or to opt out their own children out of such instruction.
When marriage is redefined, business owners also face consequences if they even express support for traditional marriage. We all saw what happened to Chick-fil-A, but there are so many more examples. Wedding professionals have been fined for just declining to participate in a same-sex ceremony. An innkeeper in Vermont had to pay over $30,000 for not making his private property available for same-sex wedding receptions. Doctors, lawyers, accountants, church-based counselors, and other licensed professionals risk their state licenses if they act on their belief that marriage is between a man and a woman.
We need the faith community to rally with us in the effort to preserve marriage on November 6th. God designed marriage to be a unique, sacred institution for having and raising children. Unfortunately, activists are working diligently to redefine marriage for everyone in our state. And we need the church to join us in the effort to preserve marriage by voting to reject Referendum 74. Future generations are depending on us to stand up and answer the call to action. I urge you, join Preserve Marriage Washington and reject Referendum 74 on November 6th.